You are listening to the Cigar Noise Boys. Life is a waterfall. We're one in the river and one again after the fall.
Life is a what?
One
Waterfall.
more time.
Swimming
Yeah.
through the void, we hear the word. We lose ourselves, but we find it all.
All right, now sing it a little bit.
I don't know, TLC.
Life is a waterfall. We're one in the river and one again after the fall.
Oh, I know that one. Don't tell me. It's System of a Down.
Yeah, Ariels.
Aerials.
Ooh.
Aerials.
Not
Nice.
that. No to the nip. What's up, Cigar Noise Boys? Dom, Tyler, and Mo. We skipped last week. I was doing some errands. This week, Mo, I'm so sorry. Was that Friday
What?
you were on with ICS?
I was. Yeah, it was great, man.
Yeah, I had it in my calendar and everything. And
Yeah, you're the second person to message me that they forgot about it.
I didn't forget. I did not forget. I got home and I had no Wi-Fi. The power was out. But not
What is
from
with you guys out there?
okay, so was
You need
it
to
2
move up,
months
Cal.
ago? There was a lot of storms. This had nothing to do with storms. Just PG&E electric company was fixing one of the poles in the morning and messed something up.
No.
It was a valid excuse. But yeah, I heard it
Well,
was a
you
good
should have
time.
gone out there. You're a pole expert, pole handling.
That's
expert.
I forgot the word for the thing, the pole with electricity that everyone has.
Yeah, okay, all right.
Yeah.
No fun.
Are you guys fans of strip clubs?
No.
I've never been to one.
I've never been to one either. It's not. I don't think it's my. I don't know. It seems like pretty awkward.
Feels
I just
grimy.
Yeah, I just feel like that. Like, if you're gonna sin in that way, like, you might as well get your.
Beak wet.
Like, I just feel like that's like a silly thing to do. Like, it's just like stupid.
It's
I
like
don't.
It's very unnatural.
it's like being around food and not being able to eat it. Like I don't want to be around it if I can't have it.
But your
Trust me,
hamburger
I
is
used to
doing a little
fast during
dance.
lunch. Yeah. Okay. So
Go
it's funny,
cheeseburger, go cheeseburger, go.
Do you want to hear a funny story about this? I was at this event a couple months ago.
Yeah.
All right.
So we're this kid comes up and he's talking to. It was actually by Smoke Ring Tyler's shop. So the dude goes. So I look at him. I'm like, you look like a man. You work with women, don't you? Like some sort of like non like what was the word? I forgot what word I used, but it's non-traditional job and you work around women. In other words, like something, I don't know, call it illicit, but just something like, right? And he goes, how did you know that I work at a strip club? I go, what? So sure enough, this dude worked at a strip club, security of some sort. For the next 2 hours, he talked about his job and all of that.
I was there.
Oh yeah, you were there, Tyler. You were for that?
Yeah, that's when. Is that the guy who's coming with a cigar?
Who? What?
I was
Is he coming
forgettable.
out with a cigar?
Is he the one with what?
Is he the one who's coming out with a cigar?
No. You weren't at this one. The last one I did by Tyler, you weren't there.
Oh, the one I was there was 2021.
Yeah, no, this was
Okay, the
this
second one.
past October. I think it was August last year, October last year. October,
Okay.
I think. Yeah. So it was just funny how that worked out. But he worked in a strip club, and he's like, "Oh, you ever been?" I said, "I've never been to a strip club."
But how did you know? Was it his cuticles?
Bro, it's just like you see certain people, and you get, I don't know how to explain it.
Aura.
Yeah, there's an aura like where you can kind of tell if people are. I don't know, man. I usually have a pretty good sense of what someone's about pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, speaking of the clubs, in the Weasel Team 6 on Facebook, Sean Wilson, a top contributor, posted
Yeah.
a photo and he said, asked my kitty, in quotes, to pick me a cigar. Tyler, if you called Alyssa Kitty, what would the reaction be?
Ooh, I'm gonna try that after the podcast.
I know. I don't think you should.
Rest in peace, T-Bone.
In the arms of an
Yeah,
angel.
sign away your humidor to me.
Be so horny, it'll be an in memoriam release.
Posthumous release.
Yeah.
Be like life after death. Be so horny. So just like...
Diggy Tyler, baby.
Oh, real quick. So I've been hearing about this band a lot, and I've heard their songs, but I never really put like two and two together. And then I listened to one of their whole albums, and damn, it's really good. And Dom, I know I'm late to the party, but I'd rather be late than never. Okay. Tame Impala.
Who?
Tame Impala.
Should I know
Oh,
who
I've heard
this
of
is?
that.
He's from Australia. He does everything himself. That's the funny thing. They make fun of people like guys mansplain that he's in the band by himself. He writes all the music, plays every instrument, records everything. And then when he goes on tour, he has a band.
Oh, I thought he was playing all this music at the same time, like one of those crazy guys on the corner of the street, and they've got little symbols under their armpits. And
so I just listened to one album, and I've been listening to it nonstop for 2 days. And then one song I really like, which I kind of got mad because afterwards he said that the lyrics were kind of cheesy. But it's called "The Less I Know, the Better." I used it in my story yesterday when I was smoking. I forgot I was smoking a Grand Perfecto. Crack 2021. But yeah, "The Less I Know, the Better." Really good song. And then "Let It Happen." And the album's called Currents, and it came out in 2015. But it's really good. It's kind of like a disco-ish, but it's funny because I kept hearing about Dom's band, Greta Van Fleet, and I tried to listen to it and I couldn't. And this one, right from the start, I'm like, okay, I dig this band. So I'm gonna go back and listen to all this stuff. But which is good because I've been listening to Bon Iver for a long time, like 2 years straight. And in fact, like me and Alyssa were driving, she's like, if you listen to something else, we've been listening to this album for a year straight. I'm like, you know what? I appreciate your patience with me when we listen to something else. But
Bad Bunny.
Bad one. I forgot. Forgot. More like the Of Mice and Men kind of stuff. Those bands kind of like, but yeah. So, but yeah, I also want to say I'm back in Austin. Last time we did the podcast, I was in Delafield, Lake Country. So
I see you're drinking a Monster, but it's red.
yeah. So I'm starting to wean myself off of them because they don't have the flavor I have, and I'm not just gonna drink them just because to drink them. I really like the flavor. So the ones I want, you can't get from Amazon anymore, and so it's too much of a pain in the ass to go and load up at the grocery store. So once I run out of these are my backups. Once I run out of my backups, I'm just gonna
Wait, whoa. Rewind. Why is that such a pain in the ass to just go get them from the grocery store?
He orders them by the crates.
Yeah, because I drink 2 of them a day.
Okay, so maybe drink less.
Yeah, I might drink one, but they're way more expensive if you get them at the grocery store. So I was getting them originally. I was getting them for about 150 to 155 per, and then now if I go on Amazon, I think I can get like a 15 pack for like $60. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing that. Before I used to get 24 packs for $33, and now a 24 pack is almost $70. So if I could get them, but you can't get 24 packs anymore. So
Cigar Bid stopped carrying your cigar. You could go to the shop, pay a little bit more for it, but you would rather order just something else on Cigar Bid. That's a bad
no,
analogy.
I haven't been ordering anything.
Forget it.
These are my backups. I had these in my fridge, or I had these in my kitchen.
What's the shelf life on those?
I don't know. I bought
Chemicals.
these.
Just drink some water.
I have been, you moron. Stop lecturing me. Shave your hair.
What's the pH of the water you drink?
I don't know.
How is it filtered? What's the source?
River water. Sugar water. Men in Black 2 or Men in Black. So yeah, no more Monster. Sad day.
Hey Mo, how many of so
Wait, go on.
you just did a Zoom with ICS? How many Zooms are you still doing like monthly?
Oh,
Has it
no,
slowed
no. I
down?
mean, oh yeah, no. I mean, well, you know, yeah. That was the first Zoom I'd done in a really long time. But yeah, they still do them, which is great. I mean, dude, it was almost 3 hours. I think we were on it,
Damn.
and we went. It was just great, man. And then just a great group of guys and just good conversation. And it was funny. So I'm gonna actually be in Austin next week, so I'll get to see Tyler. And you know what, man? Oh no, I don't think we'll have time. I was gonna say maybe we could do a podcast together, while I'm down there. But it was interesting because it was like, so we're doing an event. I got a few events that week, next week that we're doing. And so one of the guys during the HERF was like, or during the Zoom thing was like, he was talking about how he had gone to an event and it was with this certain guy, person, and that every time somebody tried to talk to them, they would he would turn away and he didn't want to talk to anybody and this and that. So then I said, it's funny because normally I'll try to go talk to the customers and they'll turn away and not want to talk to me. But no, I mean, so Zooms and stuff are a great opportunity. I love that stuff. I wish I could do more of it, but just not a lot of people really do it anymore.
When was your last event at Lake Country?
Little Smoke. Yeah, we got to get back up. We'll go up there this summer.
Yeah, summer's the time to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler,
You had good events at Havana too.
What's that?
You had some good events at Havana as well.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Tyler, I still have you in my phone as Tyler Havana. I never changed it.
I have you as Mo Patina.
That's how I'm known.
No, I'm kidding. Well, I have
It's funny. Like when I go to the cigar shop, that's how I'm known, Mo Patina.
Well, I have your old phone number as Mo Patina. When you got your new number, I got you as Mo Malley.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, we got professional with it.
Yeah,
Tyler,
I know him a little bit more now.
did you write down 3 tasting notes for the Patina anniversary?
Oh, fuck. No, I didn't.
Yeah, me neither. So I'm going to have to smoke another
You
one.
remind me. I got one left. Yeah, I got one left. Hopefully, Ian's got a couple at the event.
Yeah, I think they still got. I think they're only selling them in singles.
Okay. Yeah, me and Ian were talking about them, and he really, really liked it. Ian's got a great palate, man. From Smoker's Abbey.
Yeah, man, those guys. I mean, man, if you look at between now, a lot of people are not going to know Josh. Josh is the guy who started all of the Smokers Abbeys. Josh Stump, I believe, I think Stump is his last name. And what that guy has built, pretty incredible, man. Like 3 different places, 4 different shops total. I mean, it's pretty in there. I mean, boutique focused, all ran by people that know cigars. It's pretty cool what he built. And Ian and Rebecca have been with them, I think, from pretty much the beginning, close to it. The Austin branch, anyway.
Have you been to their new shop?
I haven't. That'll be the first time.
It's beautiful. They did a great job.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Ian and Rebecca have excellent taste. And I think Rebecca, she's also does a lot of event poster designs and logo work and stuff like that. Like she's really good at it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'll be good. Yeah, so we'll be there on Wednesday. Then I think Grapevine on Thursday, and then Viso on Friday, or vice versa, out in Dallas, or yeah.
El Dandy wanted to know when we're bringing back a draft. I don't know.
Ooh.
I think I like those even better than Peen. but
I would hope so.
Yeah.
You are married now.
yeah. I don't know what we should draft though.
Highly debatable.
I was thinking cigars to recommend somebody who only smokes infused cigars. Because California law, we can't sell infused cigars anymore. And we still have people coming in for them.
Are they actually enforcing that?
Yeah.
Oh, they are? Oh.
Yeah. Well, sorry.
You can't sell acid at your shop
No.
anymore?
Our shop is not selling any infused. There are some I've heard, I haven't seen this in practice, but kind of below the table. Not below the belt.
Like they do with Cubans.
Who actually has Cubans that
Secondary
are selling below the table?
Go to Southern California, all over.
Really? Okay. I've never experienced that.
You couldn't afford them anyways now, so that's why
Okay.
Yeah, now they're ridiculous.
Hey Tyler, remember back when we were kind of not
Yeah.
friends and you were trying to hit on my sister?
We weren't friends then?
Well, that was just a mean thing to do. You shouldn't hit on your buddy's sister.
Wait, Dom, do you legitimately have a sister, or is this one of those like inside?
No,
jokes?
I have two sisters.
Oh, because we used to we had a buddy that we used to all joke around how we dated his sister and did unmentionable things with her, except he didn't really have a sister. So we just do it to get other people around him riled up to see how far it would go before somebody said something.
See, that's funny.
Yeah, he didn't really have a sister. So no, I guess you really do have a sister. So all right.
Anyway, she's getting
Was
married.
Tyler being inappropriate?
He was, yeah. I don't remember details, and I've forgotten it because we've become a lot closer and we respect each other's boundaries.
Okay, well that's debatable. But here,
she's getting married this weekend.
Here's a question for you. I don't have a sister, and neither does Tyler. So, what constitutes in your mind as a brother of a girl? Obviously. Now, are they older than you or younger than you?
Younger.
Younger. Okay. So what constitutes being inappropriate with them as far as you're concerned?
I wish I could pull out specifics. Just anything that I don't want, anything I wouldn't want to watch.
Well, okay. How about verbally?
We don't watch anything.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much.
Okay. How about let's just keep it to verbally.
Yeah, she has a nice sense of style, perfectly acceptable.
Okay.
Like how she wears her hair. No, you can't. Wrong. Crossing the line.
What else we got? Do we have any questions?
Yeah. Got some listener questions. Yogi says, is Dom now eating pickles and ice? # baby fever. I don't understand that. Pickles and ice?
In other words, you're eating random shit because your wife is pregnant.
Oh, like cravings?
Yeah.
Cravings? No. Staying true. And I'm not doing sympathy weight yet.
It's early.
Yeah, we'll see. Moo Cow says, why is Tyler a hater?
Ooh.
Tyler, what'd you do?
Ooh. No, I am a hater. I've always been a hater.
Didn't Skip just post something about what a hater is?
Yeah, he's not a hater, but I'm a hater, 100%. I use it as motivation. I work with this guy, and so the airline I worked at bought another airline, and he came over with this other airline, and then he was working a lot of overtime. I'm like, what the heck? I'm like, I want the overtime, so I started signing up, and then just because I'm a hater, I'm like, oh, you're gonna be making extra money? I'm gonna be making extra money. I'm just a hater.
All right, so
like a fun-loving hater.
Did something happen with Skip that caused him to post something about haters?
I think it's completely unrelated.
What's that?
LeBron James.
Oh,
because a lot of people hate on him.
I don't really know how you could possibly. I could understand why you could disagree with some of his basketball decisions, but LeBron James as a person, like, what is there really to fucking hate on?
I hate how much guys like
How much what?
he like or like I don't know if it's lying or like exaggerating. Like they'll say like he's been a fan of a player before they even like let's say like even Djokovic,
Yeah,
Jokic or whatever.
yeah.
He's
Jokic.
like, oh yeah, I know. I've been knowing how good it is. It's like okay, and you never mentioned him once before, or like he'll just talk about
Yeah,
there's
some
like
of
a
those videos
whole
are hilarious. That
yeah,
they
that's
do
what I'm talking about.
those mashups. Yeah.
Yeah, then how he's always like, oh, I'm reading a new book, and he's only one page in. He never reads more than 2 pages of a book.
Okay. All right. So outside of the internet memeing the shit out of LeBronisms, what is there really to dislike? Dude's
The way he
never in
flops.
trouble, puts like thousands of kids through college. I mean, I don't know.
He's worth $1 billion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say the flopping is the one thing, at least in his game, I would criticize.
There are literally people that work in the financial industry across the world that pillage the fuck out of citizens and economies and countries and don't suffer any of the hate. But a guy that plays basketball makes them want, you know what I'm saying? It's incredible.
Yeah.
It's incredible to me. Now, I think what people like to hate on is the celebrity aspect, right? So,
Well, isn't really about that. I guess it's about people who have like a lot of stuff been bothering me lately. A lot of like people who have been like they're senators or they're in Congress or whatever, and they make whatever hundreds of $1,000s a year, and by the time they're done, they're all of a sudden they're worth like $30 million.
hey,
And then you
man,
see like, oh well, they invested in that. I'm like, what the fuck, man?
all the inside information they have, plus all the money
Yeah.
that they get to pass certain stuff through. It's all
Under
crooked.
the table. This is the under the
It's
table
sick.
episode.
It's all crooked. Look, you don't get to the highest level of politics by being a solid human being. Like, that's very rare. And that's just the reality of it. Because, I mean, each level you hit, there's a part of your soul that you got to sell. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you ask a politician, why are you doing this? I mean, they'll say, because I want to lead people? That's not really...
The people who seek power are usually the scariest.
Yeah.
Because that means they don't understand it. It's a big responsibility to have that over people.
That's why, was it George Washington taking a lesson from history from Cincinnatus, who was a general in ancient Rome, I believe. And he retired and he was farming. And then they get back into a war and they say, Cincinnatus, yo, we need you to lead our forces to victory. And he's like, but I'm a farmer. You know what? I got this, guys. He goes, he leads them, they win, and they say, we want to make you king, emperor. And he says, nah, I'm going back to my farm. And he turns
Didn't they make
down...
a movie out of this?
Oh, I don't know.
Is this Gladiator?
Yeah, and that sounds like the fucking plot of Gladiator.
Wait, is I don't know. I haven't seen that
You're
in
not talking
ages.
about Aurelius Maximus?
Cincinnatus
Yeah.
was the name of the guy. So I don't... Maybe it was heavily influenced. I forget it.
That's literally the plot of Gladiator, pretty much.
Didn't stray far from the source then. VQ says...
I thought you were fucking with us.
No! I only know
No,
the history story. Richie says, why does Dom always finish early podcasts?
Oh, podcast.
Well, there's a question mark before the podcast. I don't have the
Um,
stamina. I'm tired after teaching every day. Tyler doesn't sleep many hours. I need sleep, so I shut down after like 6 p.m.
Speaking of finishing early, we were at the grocery store and they were playing Frankie Goes to Hollywood, Relax, Don't Do It. You know that song, Dom?
I don't think so.
Relax, don't do it. Do.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Don't do it when you want to come. So I said come really loud. Yeah, that.
Were you alone or with Alyssa?
I was with Alyssa.
Oh boy.
She just gave me a dirty look. I'm like, I'm just singing a song. She's like, don't yell come super loud in the grocery store. Come. How can they even play that?
It's a classic.
How can they play Do You Remember the 21st night of September? Da 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 da. What's that song called? Da, 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 da. Anyway,
You remember the
it's about like
time.
a one night stand, but a freaky. Listen, read the lyrics. It'll ruin the song.
Speaking of listening to lyrics, what's that song by Sting or the Police where he's a
Every
professor
breath you
talking about
hold.
hooking up with students?
Da 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 da. You were the teacher's pet.
That's a great song. And you listen to lyrics like, wait a minute.
Yeah. Don't stand so close to me.
Yeah. Real quick, speaking about that, my hometown high school, they had to put a teacher on leave because he was 28 and he was dating one of the students who was 18. It's just funny, like you hear about this stuff like now, like it's all out there, like the grooming, like you learn about grooming, and I'm like, I realize like we have a lot of teachers, like I remember from high school who were like creeps, and then also like you think about it, I saw a TikTok too. It was like, or maybe it was a reel, whatever it was, but it was talking. Oh, it was a meme, duh. And it was like, it was Bryan Cranston of Breaking Bad, and he was like yelling at a guy like really close. He's like, "Stay away from her," and it was like 50-year-old gym teacher married, children of 3. When I try to talk to one of the girls in class, it's funny. Anyways, we're off the rails here. I'm smoking a pork tenderloin. That's all I got. I don't want to open the bundle, but I was craving one, and I smoke one every single day. So I'm gonna buy another bundle. Oh, I got my humidor down here.
Stop before you talk about that. Do you know where you could buy another bundle if you didn't know where to find it locally?
Aloni?
No, small batch. CigarNoise, our sponsor. Check out small batch. Good guess though, Tyler. Dave West does all things social media wise for small batch. Puts up blind reviews. Read some. Leave a comment maybe. Do you read? Do you agree? Cigar
Did you guys
Noise.
post a review this week?
We did one. It hasn't gone up yet. I don't know if it'll get pushed back a week. We'll see.
So they had a Warped had a they posted a picture of a cigar he was smoking. He just talked about like the blending, and they've been blend. It's not an event, or it's not at one time. You keep doing it, blah blah blah. They're trying to figure out why the cigar wasn't burning right. And then I commented too, like I was serious. I'm like, as a fellow blender, I know what it's like. And my buddy Tony Hogan from Crux, he liked it, and then he sent me a text. He's like, you forgot to put master blender. I'm like, I kind of want to make it a little believable when I just said as a fellow cigar blender. And then I saw like 4 days later, Skip liked my comment. Nobody else commented, replied to it, but I just like to pretend I'm a serious blender.
He put out an Instagram video. He never does.
Kyle or Skip?
Kyle.
Dom, somebody had a question. It was for Skip, but I think Mo maybe might be able to answer. Did you see that comment? My question?
For Skip? Who's got the better
Let me
pull-up
ask you.
game?
Yeah, but no.
Who's got the what?
No. Who asked that?
Brandon, Cigar Brandon.
What did he ask?
I'm not gonna repeat.
No, what did he say?
Who had a better pullout game?
Between who?
All right, here we go. Question for the pod.
That's the question.
What are the different bunching methods and how do they affect the draw flavor? I hear Skip talking about his bunching method differences with EP Carrillo on the Cigar Authority. I see Saka's old videos and how he uses the Esterado method to create his signature super packed cigars. I mean, there's a few different ways to bunch. Christoph uses a different way. Christoph makes like they're like little straws almost, I think.
That's the Cuban way.
Like little in 2-bar.
Well, the Cubans only have one pathway to get air through.
Oh.
Ooh.
Who asked this question? I've never seen this before, and I can't answer it.
It was a new guy.
I remember. I forgot.
It was in it's by Aristat Johan.
Oh yeah.
Aristat Johan.
I mean, Noxa's pretty just par for the course of like I feel like what everybody does. Nothing different. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, basically well, there's a few different. I mean, it's like Indiana was showing me how she did it, and it was different how Noxa did it. You can kind of like some people kind of fold it like a Z, or some people just put it in their hand and then add it to there, and then like what I didn't understand, what I learned from Noxa was something called the break.
The what?
So the break is you grab the break. So why is my camera all jacked up? So like the break, I don't know why I'm not showing it. Can you see me?
Are you trying to show us visually? Because everyone listening is going to just be bored out of their mind. Unless
No,
you
I'm
want to try
not.
to
I'm just
describe
wondering
it.
why I'm not being. No, I also know why I can't see myself. But anyways, so the break is you're doing the fillers, and then you put the you have all the tobacco in your hand, and then some of the tobacco leaves are going to be bigger than what the cigar is going to be, so you snap them in half.
Yep.
Or you snap it into thirds or whatever, and then you redistribute it in the filler. So like so like with the Neanderthal, when they do the break, instead of putting the extra tobacco and redistributing it, what they do is they grab some of this Lajero. God, I hope I'm doing this right, Skip. They grab the double Lajero, the Pennsylvania seersucker double Lajero, and they put half a leaf in there.
Instead of redistributing?
Yeah. No, they put half. I don't know if they evenly distributed or not. I'm not sure. That's up. But on the LH, instead of putting a little bit in there after the break, replacing one of the leaves with the break and putting in a little bit of that stuff, they put a full heat. That's why the LH is stronger. I could be wrong. I hope I'm off that. But yeah, I mean, like when you talk about like the into bar, I've only really heard that with Christoph. It's like where they roll up individual leaves and then they put the binder around it, so they're like little straws. So I don't know, but
I forgot how Black Label used to do. I remember. I forgot what they used to do. They had a name. I don't remember.
Yeah, it's
but like at Mombacho, for example, like it was more similar to Noxa, but like Mombacho also draw tests every single cigar.
Yeah. And then you also have like, I know bunching was the question, but it's also interesting too how some people use double binders, a dual binder, whatever. Like I know Pepin is one of the big ones who uses a double binder, and I think Races Cubana, like the Alec Bradley stuff, had a lot of dual binders.
Yeah.
And I know like the those little cigars that are they're made in Italy. They were distributed by Miami Tobacco.
Toscano?
Yeah, those don't have a binder.
You know what, man? Next time I go down there, I actually want to have a discussion with it. Like, the benefits of a double binder or what that would. Because I've never even really played with that idea of using a double binder. It's kind of interesting.
Well, yeah, that's interesting too. And I've asked that question, but I forgot what the answer was. But then another thing, if we're gonna nerd out for a quick one more second here.
Rather not.
Yeah, what I didn't understand was, so like when you hear, like you'll hear like, okay, like when you're in Nicaragua and you're talking about your filler, you hear, oh, it's a Lajero and it's from Esteli,
Mm-hmm.
or it's a Viso and it's from Condega or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, well, what seed is it? You know, like you hear a lot of people say, like the Aquitaine has a Ecuador Habano Lajero wrapper. So that tells you it's grown in Ecuador, it's Habano seed, and it tells you the priming. But like when you're in Nicaragua, you're in Esteli, you just hear the growing region, and then you hear the priming. You don't really hear the seed. And I was talking to Alex about this, and he said usually it's a Corojo 22 because it has big thin leaves, but they're not getting a lot of Lajero out of it. But they're getting better at doing things to get more Lajero. But in Nicaragua, people more care about what the growing region is and not the seed variety, whether it's Corojo 2012 or Corojo 2000.
Yeah, I've noticed that. It's more about where's it from.
Yeah,
that's like big.
and then in the DR, it's more about the seed. You know, is it Sumatra? Is it Corojo? Is it Piloto Cubano? But you know, whatever. But it's that's interesting. I don't know, but yeah, that's all I got. So, but we'll have to. That's a difficult question because if you don't, you know, if you're like some of these companies, they use, like Crown Heads uses three or four or five factories. They've used Pepin, Ernesto, Pachado, and Drew Estate. So they can all have their own different. I mean, every factory is a little different, and that's why they all kind of have their own little taste. So it's all, you know, I don't know. So
that's kind of, you know, it's funny you talk about that. Like we always used to, like, there are some factories, no matter what the band says, like you know that it came out of that factory. Like I feel like AJ Fernandez, for example, is one of those. Like he has a very kind of whatever his fermentation processes or whatever. Like I feel like that's in a lot of the cigars that are produced there. I would even say the stuff like at Nica Sueño's got its own unique kind of signature, if you will. Like when you smoke a Pastani or a Roma or even like a Gaimaro, you know, back whatever, like they had that Roma feel to them. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah. And it's weird too. Like I'll grab a cigar and I always sniff them because I love the smell. And I'll be like, man, this takes me right back to Nica Sueño. You know, it's like the closest you can get to like a time machine, or not a time machine. Well, like time machine because it's taking me back to a time. But you know what? And then I also remember Crown Heads. They use Noxa now too, so they do use five. They have used five factories. So
yeah, Crown Heads was, man. They were at one time what Pichardo, My Father, EP Carrillo. Wait, hold on. That's
one with Drew Estate.
They did?
Kings.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Drew Estate.
Yeah, they did that.
No, All of Kings is Caldwell. They did the La Collision.
Yeah, who was that?
Drew Estate.
My bad.
I thought that Buckeye whatever that they did, that was Drew Estate.
That was also Drew Estate. You're right. Yeah. That was also Drew Estate. That was
good.
good.
What's the fifth one?
Noxa.
Oh yeah, now. I thought you meant historically. Yep.
No, now, yeah. Well, it was. I knew four at least, and I just remembered Noxa. I remember there was one more.
I think all they make at Knox is the La Patissier, or however you say it.
Yeah, and
Not
then
the
they did.
Oro. Wasn't the Oro?
Oh yeah, the Azzurri Oros
Yeah.
too. Yeah, that's Knox as well.
Yeah, that was, yeah, little Ellie they did. Yeah. So I mean, it's good. Not yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's I don't know. It's weird.
Analogy.
Oh, real quick. I just want to say one more. And maybe you guys can disagree with me, but like the first time I smoked the Olmec,
Mm-hmm.
that one kind of confused me because it tasted a little like Aganorsa, even though it's made of AJ. I don't know if because it's a San Andreas wrapper and Aganorsa's uses a lot of those, but it's just weird how that one tasted like Aganorsa to me, even though it's made of AJ. But anyways,
The Claro or so the Claro or the Maduro or the Maduro?
they're both made of AJ, but I
No,
forgot
I
which
know.
one.
Which
forgot
one
which one.
reminded you of Aganorsa?
I think it was the Claro. So I smoked more Claro.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I didn't get when I smoked that cigar. I think I've smoked 2 or 3 of them. I didn't get Aganorsa at all myself. That's another factory that obviously has extremely, defining signature, if you will.
Yeah, it reminded me of the Menelik a little bit. So maybe.
Yeah, I haven't had one of those in a while, but I remember enjoying it.
Yeah.
All right, analogy segment. It's been a while. If I forgot how to say this. If a cigar were a kitten, what cigar would it be?
A kitty.
Kitty
A
cat.
kitty.
Oh, I don't understand the question.
If a cigar were a kitten, what cigar would it be? No. If a kitten were a cigar, what cigar would it be? That's it.
I mean, who asked that?
No, it's me. It's an analogy. If a baby cat were a cigar, what cigar would it be?
Papa's
I'll go
Fritas,
first.
'cause they're
I was going to say
small.
Cloud Hopper because it's gray, and I think of baby cats as just all being gray and fluffy, like clouds.
Yeah, I don't know, Dom. I think you're on your own on this one.
All right.
I don't.
We tried to bring it back. That was rusty.
Better.
414
Marco says favorite post cigar snacks: banana,
Post?
apple, or granola bar.
Popcorn.
Easy. Popcorn.
Chocolate milk.
Ooh, chocolate milk's a good one. Out of those choices that he gave,
No. Those are my picks.
Oh,
You left it open ended.
I don't know.
Chocolate milk is my number one go-to.
Fat spoon of peanut butter.
Good one. I'd go either protein shake or protein bar, probably.
Chocolate.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Nice. Big boy running.
Real quick. I had a guy. I overheard a guy talking about this steroid he uses, and he said he had to stop taking it because he choked out his girl. And I'm like,
you sure he wasn't being sarcastic?
What was this guy, Tyler Smoke Ring?
No, no.
Oh yeah, you said girlfriend.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, but I want to be nice.
Yes. Well, he always complains that we never mention him, so there you go, Tyler.
Hey, he was putting up big boy squats without a weight belt, no support. That was impressive.
He's probably talking about Sultans.
Buff Tyler. He posted that video and he didn't have a weight belt.
Look at man, now I got to compliment him because I feel bad for saying that, but his transformation is nothing short of incredible. He's legit like big dude.
Yeah.
All natural, or you think a little
of the gear? No, I don't know. It's just fun to tell him he's on roids because it's fun to mess with him. But I don't. If he is on something, you should ask for his money back.
Oh, okay.
Sean from Canada says, "What cigar maker should Dom impersonate next?" Happy birthday, Sean! I think it's today.
Wait, who did you impersonate?
Booth in that video I put out.
Oh,
you put out.
Yeah, having a baby. I don't know. Some the owners were like, "Oh, when's the next one?" That's not going to be the theme for any promo video. I just act as the owner. We'll see. I think we have CLE next, but I don't know. Tom Lazuka's not coming with
Did you see
Asylum.
that they're coming out with like a $60 cigar, or a $60 Asylum cigar?
No, is it 60 ring gauge and $60?
One's 11/18 size, the Perfecto, which is I think Christian Royal's mom's birthday. And then I think they're
Yeah.
doing a 6x60, I think, but they're gonna be like hand selling them, like they're gonna be doing like going to the shop and like I'm really curious to see how much this new Atabay is gonna cost. The Atabay Black, the
Oh, the
NFC.
Maduro.
Yeah,
That's probably gonna be really good.
it's probably $75.
Probably gonna be worth it, or just about. Baxter Cigars. Last question says, "Who came up with the idea for the Super Bowl cigar?"
Like, didn't that LFD usually do that?
Yeah, they every year release
Yeah.
that, or the state where the Super Bowl is being held.
Yep.
I wonder if somebody else came with that first. I remember him telling me about this, but I forgot what the deal was.
Yeah, this feels like a question where he's trying to prompt a conversation.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I know that Fuente's always made a football shaped cigar, a football shaped opus that they raffle off at the Dan Marino auction. But man, it's crazy that the Fuentes lost another $1 million pounds of tobacco.
How much? What do you think the average pound costs?
I mean, it depends if it's filler.
Right, that's
Filler's like what, $7 a pound. Wrapper leaf can be
oh my
40.
goodness.
Wrapper leaf can be like 38 for like broadleaf's like $40 a pound, I think.
Yeah, because my mind immediately sees the was £1 million, and I think, oh, $1 million, but no, that's
No, it's more than that.
ay.
Here's the thing: if Alec Bradley sold for 72 million, what is Fuente worth?
Well, I mean that if you think about it, they sold for 3 times the revenue, basically.
Yeah,
So if you take that multiple, let's say Fuente sells $200 million in cigars. I don't know if that's the case, but they'd be worth 600 million. Maybe, I don't know. Plus, Fuente also has their trademarks and all of that are probably worth a shit ton of money as well. Like the Opus name and stuff, that probably has a lot of value to it.
How does a trademark have value? Don't you pay to secure a trademark?
Yeah, but I mean the fact that nobody else could use it. Like, dude, if somebody wanted to buy, let's say somebody wanted to buy Opus X from Fuente, like,
Okay.
what would you value that at? I want to be able to use, I want to make a patina Opus X. They'd
that'd
be
be
like,
sick.
all right, how much is the Opus X name worth?
You're
know
getting
what
a
I'm
C and D
What's that?
tomorrow. You're getting a C and D tomorrow just for mentioning it.
Yeah, right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying though? So
Yeah.
like that's where the
Yeah.
value comes in. And like you could let people use maybe a trademark or whatever, but they're gonna have to pay you. You know.
Is it based on what you profit or what you sell?
For who?
If you like what you value your company at.
I don't. It depends on.
Like, let's say you sell
whoever's trying to
$5
buy
million
it.
worth of cigars, but you only
Whoever's trying to
What?
buy it, that's who would have to like value it. But I mean, dude, think about this. Like Taco Bell is trying to get. There's like this Taco Johnny's or something that
Taco
literally
John. They're really good.
they own the trademark to Taco Tuesday. And Taco Bell and they have to pay Taco Johnny's anytime somebody uses Taco Tuesday in their advertising. So Taco Bell's like, that's ridiculous that somebody could trademark Taco Tuesday. That shouldn't be a trademarkable thing. Right?
Didn't
there's a lot-
LeBron try to trademark that?
What?
I thought LeBron tried to trademark Taco Tuesday.
Well,
I
no,
heard him
Taco
trying to.
Johnny's the one that owns it.
Yeah, I heard LeBron trying to trademark something. I forgot if it was Taco Tuesday, but yeah, that's been trademarked since like '92 or '88 or something.
Yeah, it's been a long time. So yeah, man, a lot of those things have value if somebody wants to use them. So yeah.
Well, it's just crazy. Like, I mean, if you want to come up with a brand nowadays, like you have to have like a strong name or something because everything has been trademarked. I mean, some of these brands that are coming out, they got brands based on cats or based on dogs. Like Cigar Dojo came out with the Alpha Dog, or cigar police dog or canine. They have canine, and there's already a cigar brand that's built around dogs.
Well, it's
There's
funny you say
cigars
that.
built around founding presidents. Yeah.
So it's funny you say that, Tyler, because we actually had this discussion on the ICS Zoom. And that I was like, why do you guys think that I literally gave the patina lines the most generic? Nobody could sue me for using the name of the wrapper that's on the cigar.
Yeah.
Can't trademark that. Like, that's just what the name of the wrapper is. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
a big part of it too, man, is like risk management, right? Like, if you keep things simple, like nobody could, there's no issues to run into, I guess.
Yeah. But like I was reading Half Wheel, and there's a cigar like called Blue Mountain or Blue River or something, and they have a
Yeah.
series that are based on rivers in Wyoming or Montana.
Yeah.
It's like how niche can you like?
And I
Like
mean,
everything's
no one's
done.
going to be, I don't think anybody could sue them for that because that's literally just the name of a.
Well, yeah. What I'm saying is that all like there's not any good ideas left. So like,
That's
what you
not
have to
true.
do,
Come on.
so you have to come up with like, oh, I'm gonna name cigars after rivers in Montana, or like presidents. Like there's a brand that has founding presidents. Like they got the George Washington, Thomas Jefferson. You know,
Battleground cigars. Now you can dig a little bit deeper, open up an old book, walk through a library, look at all the topics.
Yeah. There's a bunch of stuff if you really want to get cute with it.
okay.
Yeah, drunk chicken, a bunch of different chicken names. Should trademark that. Dang it. Oh, listeners, if anyone has smoked the Golden Death bucket from Room 101, I'm curious how it is.
Dude, do you
That's-
see how many
ahead.
how many boxes Sir Louis Cigars bought of the new Room 101 that comes
Yeah.
in the foil?
Fat stacks. Yeah, that was interesting because I feel like it's not organically special. I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's you get the vent only if you buy a box, and it's a Golden Death bucket, but they don't tell you what's inside. And so I don't know why it's special. I don't think they're using anything special to make it. That's all I got. Anything else?
All right, guys, that's all I got. Oh, real quick, I guess. So yeah, I brought my humidor down. I thought it was gonna be big enough to fit in the bed, but it was a little bit too long, so I had to put the
You say fit in the
back door
bed?
thing down.
You sleeping with your cigars?
No, my truck bed.
Oh.
I had to put the tail down, and then I had to ratchet it in, and I covered it with blankets. And we were driving. We were about 10 hours into our drive, 8 hours into our drive, and then it started raining. And I got mad because I'm like, well, my humidor's ruined. And then Alyssa's like, or we could go to Lowe's and we can cover it with a furniture protector and then plastic. But so we ended up doing that. But that's why we're like, we make a good team because like when something bad happens to me, I go to why me? Nothing ever goes right for me. This sucks. My humor is ruined. And she's like, or we can just stop and fix the situation. Where I just wanted to keep driving and say, whatever happens, happens, fuck it. She's like, or we can just pull over and we can wrap it up. So we did that, and the humidor came back, and it was in perfect condition. It got a couple raindrops on it, and it was pouring. but I had the blankets on there and I had them ratcheted down. But if we would have kept going, the blankets wouldn't have been able to water protect because they would have gotten eventually soaked, even more. So, but I'm happy I listened to her and we wrapped it up and had no problems. We shrink wrapped it after we put the furniture protectors on it. So
you freaked out, but you wrapped it up before everything got wet. Good for you.
All right.
Oh shit!
Shout out to her. So, but that's all I got. Mo, I'll see you next week.
Yes, sir.
And hopefully we get a new contract at my job because inflation is killing me and there's no overtime. So when I pick up extra hours, I just pick up people's shifts and it's at straight time. And when you work a double on straight time, it's a lot harder than when you're working a double and your overtime is half double time and half time and a half. It's a lot harder when it's all straight time. So that's what I've had to do. Yesterday I worked a double and it was all straight time. So hopefully we get a new contract and hopefully we get some more overtime, but we haven't had overtime in like a month and a half, 2 months, and it sucks. So
get some sleep, Tyler. Take a walk. Go on a hike. Go camping. Later, guys. Rock and roll.
Guys. All right.
People cigars all night. Yeah.